The Lemieux Trade, how it impacted NHL history. In the world of sports, trades are a common occurrence. Players move from team to team, often in search of a better opportunity or a fresh start. But some trades are more significant than others, shaping the course of a league's history and leaving a lasting impact on the sport. One such trade in the National Hockey League, NHL, that stands out is the trade of Mario Lemieux. Mario Lemieux was a generational talent, considered by many to be one of the greatest hockey players of all time. He was drafted first overall by the Pittsburgh Penguins in the 1984 NHL entry draft and quickly made his mark on the league. In his rookie season, Lemieux tallied an impressive 100 points and won the Calder Trophy as the league's top rookie. Throughout his career, Lemieux continued to dominate the league, winning multiple scoring titles and leading the Penguins to 2 Stanley Cup championships in 1991 and 1992. But despite his success on the ice, Lemieux's time in Pittsburgh was not without its challenges. The team struggled financially, and Lemieux often found himself at odds with the Penguins' ownership. In 1992, Lemieux shocked the hockey world when he announced that he would be stepping away from the game due to health concerns. He was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, a form of cancer, and needed to undergo treatment. The hockey world was stunned by the news, and many feared that Lemieux's career may be over. But in a surprising turn of events, Lemieux returned to the ice in 1993 and continued to dominate the league. He won another scoring title and led the Penguins to the Stanley Cup final, where they ultimately fell short to the New York Rangers. Despite the loss, Lemieux's return was a triumphant moment for the hockey world, and his legacy only continued to grow. However, as Lemieux's career progressed, tensions between him and the Penguins' ownership continued to simmer. The team's financial struggles were getting worse, and Lemieux began to explore other options. In 1995, the unthinkable happened. Lemieux was traded to the Colorado Avalanche in a blockbuster deal that sent shockwaves through the hockey world. The trade of Mario Lemieux was a rare occurrence in the NHL, as superstars of his caliber are rarely moved. But the Penguins had no choice but to trade Lemieux, as the team simply could not afford to keep him on their roster. The trade was not only a financial decision but also a strategic one, as the Penguins looked to rebuild their team for the future. The impact of the Lemieux trade was felt immediately. The Penguins struggled in the seasons following the trade, missing the playoffs for several years. Meanwhile, Lemieux thrived in Colorado, helping the Avalanche win the Stanley Cup in 1996 and solidifying his status as one of the greatest players in NHL history. But the trade of Mario Lemieux had ripple effects that went beyond its immediate impact. The Penguins eventually rebounded from the trade, thanks in part to the emergence of young stars like Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin. The team made a return to the playoffs and won another Stanley Cup in 2009, cementing their status as a perennial contender in the league. As for Lemieux, he eventually returned to the Penguins in 2000, not as a player, but as an owner. He purchased the team out of bankruptcy and helped to stabilize its finances, ensuring that the franchise would remain in Pittsburgh for years to come. Lemieux's legacy in Pittsburgh was secure, as he was not only a Hall of Fame player but also a beloved figure in the city. The trade of Mario Lemieux was a pivotal moment in NHL history. It marked the end of an era for the Penguins and the beginning of a new chapter for the team. While the trade may have been difficult for fans to swallow at the time, it ultimately paved the way for the team's future success and solidified Lemieux's place as a hockey legend. The Lemieux trade will always be remembered as one of the most significant trades in NHL history, a moment that changed the course of the league forever.